Welcome to Sky Sea Channel, a channel that always discusses anything about the sea. Today we're going to talk about something that will blow your mind. The modernization of the Chinese Navy and how it is becoming a great naval power. Now you might be wondering, why should I care about China's Navy? Well, let me tell you, China's Navy is not just a bunch of boats floating around. It is a massive force that is changing the balance of power in the world. It is a force that can affect your life in many ways, whether you live in Asia, Europe, America, or even Antarctica. It is a force that you need to know about. But before we dive into this topic, let me ask you a question. Do you know how big China's Navy is? Take a guess. Is it bigger than the US Navy? Is it bigger than all the European navies combined? Is it bigger than all the navies in the world put together? Well, if you guessed any of those options, you are wrong. China's Navy is bigger than all of them. Yes, you heard me right. China's Navy is now the largest in the world with an overall battle force of approximately 350 ships and submarines. By comparison, the US Navy had a deployable battle force of approximately 293 ships as of early 2020. That means China has more ships than the US, which has been the undisputed naval superpower for decades. But how did this happen? How did China go from being a weak and backward naval power to being a strong and modern one? And what does this mean for the future of peace and stability in the region and the world? Well, buckle up your seatbelts because we are about to take you on a journey through China's naval history and its current developments. China has a long and rich naval history that dates back thousands of years. It was once the leading global maritime power between 1400 and 1433 when it sent massive fleets of ocean-going junks to explore and trade with distant lands. Here is an image of one of those junks. Look at how huge and majestic it is. It makes our modern ships look like toys. However, after that period, China's naval power declined due to internal turmoil, foreign invasion, and isolationist policies. For centuries, China's navy was mainly a coastal force that was vulnerable to attacks from more advanced Western navies. Here is an image of one of those attacks. Look at how pathetic and helpless China's ships are. It makes our hearts ache. That changed in the late 20th century when China embarked on a sweeping effort to modernize its navy and transform it into a blue water force capable of operating in the far seas and projecting power beyond its shores. China's naval modernization is driven by its strategic goals of becoming a maritime power, safeguarding its maritime rights and interests, and defending its sovereignty and territorial integrity. To achieve these goals, China has been building and commissioning new ships at an impressive rate, surpassing the US Navy in total size and expanding its fleet of aircraft carriers, amphibious ships, destroyers, frigates, corvettes, submarines, and auxiliaries. China has also been developing and deploying new weapons and technologies, such as anti-ship ballistic missiles, anti-ship cruise missiles, surface-to-air missiles, electromagnetic railguns, hypersonic weapons, unmanned underwater vehicles, and artificial intelligence. China has also been improving its logistics, doctrine, personnel quality, education and training, and exercises. According to the U.S. Department of Defense's annual report on Chinese military power for 2020, China is the top ship-producing nation in the world by tonnage and is increasing its shipbuilding capacity and capability for all naval classes. China's Navy is not only growing in quantity but also in quality and capability. China has been launching more modern and advanced ships that are comparable or superior to their counterparts in other navies. For example, China's newest aircraft carrier, the Shandong, is larger and more capable than its first carrier, the Liaoning, which was a refurbished Soviet-era vessel. China is also building its third aircraft carrier, which is expected to be even more advanced with an electromagnetic catapult launch system that can launch more aircraft faster and farther. Here is a video of the Shandong in action. Look at how powerful and impressive it is. It makes our jaws drop. China's Navy is also expanding its global presence and influence. China has been conducting more frequent and far-reaching naval operations in various regions of the world, such as the Western Pacific, the Indian Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Arctic Ocean. China has also been establishing overseas military bases and facilities, such as its first overseas naval base in Djibouti, which can support its naval operations in Africa and the Middle East. China has also been participating in international naval exercises and anti-piracy missions to enhance its cooperation and interoperability with other navies. However, China's naval modernization also poses significant challenges and risks for itself and for other countries. China's naval expansion has increased its potential for conflict with other maritime powers over disputed waters and islands, such as the South China Sea and the East China Sea. China's naval activities have also raised concerns among its neighbors and allies about its intentions and capabilities. China's naval development has also triggered a regional arms race and a strategic competition with the U.S., which could escalate into a military confrontation or even a war. Here is a graph of the military spending of China and the U.S. Look at how close they are. It makes our hearts race. Therefore, it is important for all stakeholders to understand the drivers, trends, implications, and challenges of China's naval modernization. It is also crucial for all parties to engage in dialogue, cooperation, confidence-building measures, crisis management mechanisms, and peaceful resolution of disputes to avoid miscalculation, misunderstanding, or misadventure. The future of peace and stability in the region and the world depends on how well we can manage the rise of a great naval power. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content about the sea. Also, don't forget to leave your comments below on what you think about China's naval modernization. Do you think it is a threat or an opportunity? Do you think it will lead to war or peace? Do you think it will change the world order or maintain the status quo? We want to hear from you. See you next time on Sky Sea Channel.